Capricorn. This is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your December 2020 reading. So let's get going. Before we get going, if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever you need to do to help me out, I would really appreciate that. Okay, Capricorn, here we go. What's going on for Capricorn, December 2020? I would like to know what's going to help my Capricorn friends in December, what's going to be helpful, enlightening, healing especially, all of those good things. Okay, so in December we have accelerated motion. Things are going to be feeling super fast, all right? It's almost like this lady's been waiting for a long time, wishing upon a star. It reminds me of literally the wishing card in the old tarot, the traditional tarot. Shouldn't say old, right? But she's been waiting for a long time, looking at the cosmos. When is my fate going to turn? When am I going to get my wish? It's a cycle that she's been thinking about over and over and over and over again. Accelerated motion. It's going to happen real fast in December. Pack your bags. Put your thinking cap on, be ready, put your shoes on, whatever you got to do, because it's happening. I feel like you're coming from a terrain where it's really barren, it's rocky, it's dark, there's nothing there for you. You're listening to your higher self, your intuition, your crown chakra. You might be listening to messages also from spirit, from above, messages of divine nature, I'm going to say. Now, here's another number 8, another cycle. So it looks like you've been trapped in fear. Trapped by your own thoughts, unable to move, can't move forward, backward, sideways, I don't know what to do. Feeling stressed, feeling alone, feeling abandoned, feeling like you're literally in jail. But if you look closer, this almost looks to me like a greenhouse. And my left hand is actually burning here. I feel like that's true for some of you. You're like in a greenhouse. You're being divinely protected. It's almost like, you know, when you take plants into a greenhouse, it's a controlled climate. And so you've been actually in a controlled climate environment, if that makes any sense. It's divine protection. It's all in due time. You have been being looked after, taken care of, in spite of how you feel here. Now, you're wearing green, again, pertaining to your heart chakra. So that talks about growth. It's giving you time to think, allowing for personal growth as well. But the problem is that you took it in a fear-based way. So it's hard to get out of fear. I don't have a lot to say about that. If we get triggered, especially without therapy, without help, outside help, it's hard to get out of that fear mindset, especially considering the world today, especially if you're by yourself, not knowing what's going to happen, what's transpiring, okay? So I feel like that's where you're coming from. But things are going to be set in motion December super fast. I feel like your head's going to spin. Look at this. Your third eye chakra. So you may be, again, getting messages. You might be seeing even images that come true, come to pass. You might be having that precognizant notion that, I don't know how I know, but I know. That kind of a thing. Purple might be a very important color for you, okay? It pertains in this deck to your third eye, which is located right here. But it also can really have a lot to do with like regal, how people once upon a time felt like it was a rich color. Now I'm going to say that all of this does have to do with like an awakening for you, but it's an awakening also to get you out of the fear-based thinking, because you have a ton of like spiritual color here going on. And with the next card that says choose wisely, okay? You're going to have to make really wise choices when you do fly away, which way you headed, right? Okay, I have to laugh. I see every hand signal and gesture there except the middle finger. I don't know why I thought about that, but you could be like, all right, I'm going this way, I'm going that way, and but you have to really choose wisely. Now, you are urged during this decision making time, it's not going to be a lot that you have, to sit and meditate quietly, not sit trapped in fear, but actual meditation, because there's a lot of emotion riding on this. If you take the emotion out of it and use your logic, your common sense, step-by-step process, methodical process, it will work out for you. You want to be sure that you're headed in a very good, clear, concise, and spiritual direction for you. What I mean by that is wherever you feel the most elevated, okay? I have a number 7 right here. This is, for me, the number of elevation, being in sync with spirit, all of those things. But you have to really sit and observe, is this the course for me? Because you have a lot of options, even though you think you don't. Even though you think you're in prison, Capricorn, okay? You do have a lot of options. They're just not ones that are viable, maybe. Maybe you have like 6 options and only one is a good one in your mind. So there's a lot of things that you would need to really inspect and reflect, but really, I would say, because that ocean is so vast and deep, take into account that your emotions are not going to serve you right now, because they're also tied into your fear. So I would encourage you to use logic. If you look at these 2 birds, they're flying over the ocean, surveying the land. They're taking a look at everything. They're not using their feelings, okay? And that's where the growth is going to be. That's what this whole time of transformation, transmutation to get you out of this fear has been, is to put you in a place of heart space where you can grow and not live in fear or your emotions, your basic instincts, because that's what this is. The water's a little bit rough. There's some undercurrent there. Now, the next card I have is deception and envy, okay? So I feel like this person's like taking off their mask, kind of. They're giving us stink eyes, side stink eye, whatever, side glance, and they're like, I see you, whatever. But I want to say deception and envy. So this could be you, green with envy, that would make sense. Or this could be someone around you looking at you, being envious of what you have, who you have it with, what's going on, maybe your finances, your familial relationships, your interpersonal relationships, whatever that looks like, being jealous of someone's job, being envious, you know what, and you're not being open about it, or these people are not being open about it with you. So just feeling like, oh no, I'm not jealous, and then giving the side eye, like, oh yeah, I am. So be careful with the green-eyed monster. You want to keep that in check, because what's truly yours and what belongs to you can never be taken away. I really do believe that. It's taken me a long time to believe that and get a grip on that fact, but I'm with it now. So I'm going to say there's some personal work that needs to happen here. If this is you, then, I think you need to elevate higher than what you see around you. If the Joneses are like doing really well, and you're kind of being fake about it, like, oh, good for them, why them, damn it, that kind of a thing. That's self-deception, deception to other people. Not that we have to be ugly with other people. And I've been there, done that. I get that, I wish that, for me personally, things have been different. But I have made my choices. And unfortunately, it's landed me in quite a bit of hot water many times. I've made my own path rough for myself. So that's all I have to say about that. So there is that green-eyed monster. Now, the next card I have is stand your ground, okay? Standing your ground in victory, in mastery, and being able to even have that fire, that desire, that one thing that you want, and being able to say, see, I told you so. Actually, I'm thinking my mom, that's her favorite saying, I told you so. You never listen to me. Nobody ever listens to me. But this is you just standing on your higher ground in victory and saying, look, I told you. Okay, I told you so. So be careful that during the I told you so, you don't stir up all these other emotions, maybe in other people around you. So that can happen as well, right? But the biggest thing is speaking your truth. I see the blue right here, speaking your truth, belonging to your throat chakra once again. I feel like you're getting your clearer voice than you ever have been before. But in your desire to have that clear voice, be sure that you're not mowing everybody around you down with it, okay? Because I have this big fireball here. It's like the sun, I think. I don't know. Another planet. What's going on here? But it seems like it's kind of overpowering your throat chakra. What I mean by that is that in your zeal, in your excitement to be like, look, I done told you. That can come across in such a way that all we see is a fire and we miss the message. Do you understand? It could be like, look, I told you not to cross the street, but the way you're saying it, you're not having people listen to don't cross the street. You're having people here, listen to me. I don't care, just listen to me. And that doesn't really work. You need to allow people to make their own choices. Your voice is extremely valid here, but don't allow the emotion to cloud what you really have to say. So I feel like that's how you lose your power, okay? That's how you're going to feel like your voice gets dwindled and diminished, and it doesn't have to be. Just have it in balance, have it in check. Just be really clear with your communication. Nothing wrong with that. I totally respect that. Just make sure that I don't throw my cards on the ground, that it gets overpowered and not heard, okay? So the next card that I have is, which I had in my hand before I threw them all on the floor, is fulfillment of wishes, okay? So I love this. It's very tranquil. It's very peaceful. It's a very solar plexi color. That is your third chakra. And your fourth chakra working in harmony. I feel like you have divine emotion. It's very pure, loving, nurturing. Let me grab my my cards here just a second. So all of those things are going to come into play and really help us to really sink into the victory of having a heart center that's fulfilled, that's fulfillment of wishes, that you are getting your wish granted. I even see this person like sniffing this flower. Also, they have their treasure chest right here, and it's open and it's glowing, again, about your solar plexus, your personal power. That's where your truth and your growth is going to come from, your power, okay? It doesn't come from over-talking other people, but a heart-centered and a balanced and a clear communication. There's a big difference in that. So I think you're going to be really surprised at how much peace you have. Once you achieve this, it's a number 9. It's close to like the number 10 of completing a cycle, okay? And that's what gives you the peace. A lot of the yellow is just shining and being radiant, like feeling self-confident about who you are, feeling like I at last am becoming myself. Things like that I think are going to be important for you. So I have here, Capricorn, financial and material changes. So this is really beautiful as well. Before I forget again, if you can please like, share, subscribe, comment, ring that bell. Anything that you can do would be really appreciated. So financial and material changes. This is positive changes, okay? Because everything else, I feel like there's some constriction, confinements, and confusion, some self-deception going on. But things are about to change in December, and they're going to change fast. Be aware of what you choose to focus on, because that's what you're going to manifest the most. If you focus on, for example, stability, having stability, stable home, and a work or whatever, any of those things, you'll materialize that really fast in December, okay? If you choose like the spiritual path, dedicate more time to that. You can balance the two, of course, or even many different things. But the main thing is that whatever you focus on, you're going to bring into being, and you're going to manifest it quite quickly. So a lot of financial changes, a lot of material changes. Be careful and protect your mind on what you entertain over and over is a habit, okay? Because I have 2 number 8s here. It could tell me that you're maybe a little bit too quick to act sometimes, to jump into the fray. And it can also tell me that you are quick to feel trapped sometimes, all right? Because the next card I have is heartache and loss. So it could be that you're leaving one situation, entering another one, and then you just feel victimized all over again. Look at how she's almost like in a pit this time, a little dungeon, and how blue the sky is behind her. You don't feel a cooperation. What you want most of all is cooperation. There is even a little heart like at her waist, cinching her waist right there. But keep in mind, like, even though the background is cloudy and it's blue and it's beautiful, it's like you don't have to have all the answers to be able to And even how you don't have to have everybody agree with you to be able to feel the good changes that are happening for you. You don't have to win that. I feel like you want everybody's cooperation. Cooperate with me, so I'm gonna stand my ground. I know what's going on and that kind of a thing, which is fine. But you need to rest assured in your own power that people don't have to, that you are, calm and at peace, just being you. Because the next card that you have is balance. So maintain your balance. Don't give your power to other people. And how that would look is, for example, I'm standing my ground on, I don't know, being a child advocate or animal advocate, and you are forcing people to see your way, but that pure force is turning them off. They can't hear what you have to say. Be very careful, and that's where the heartache and the loss can come into place if we're forcing things. So Capricorn, just be careful of that, because everything needs to be balanced. Okay, so once you're balanced, and whether people do or don't, you are balanced and feeling yourself and feeling okay and feeling protected, knowing that everything does come full circle, that even if people don't get what you're saying, because it's all about speaking your truth, that you are just at peace regardless. They have angels watching you. You have all the tools to make things happen for you. This guy, even his feet are divine. Even your steps are being guided, even though it doesn't feel that way, okay? So Capricorn, I want to encourage you with those words. Let's take a healing card for you. So just remember balance, and that is a master number 11. I love number 1s and 11s. So what can we see for our friend Capricorn here for the month of December? So it says, a cheerful expression brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. Here's a task. Be the bearer of only good news today. In living out this task, note whether you find it difficult to maintain, and if so, discover why within yourself. That's a challenging one. Yeah, so just not looking at the negative necessarily, but just being the bearer of good news. So make sure that when your speech, when you're talking to someone, that it is just about good news. Hey, good news. I woke up, I can breathe another day. Sometimes we have to have humor in the little things. I mean, it's been really rough for all of us, and I don't want to minimize your own personal battle. But I do see here you can make your own personal battle so much worse if you don't kind of follow those steps. So, Capricorn, with that, I will let you go. Thank you so much for your